Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for attending today's webcast, Syclo and SAP Integration Update for Maximo and TRIRIGA. My name is Melody Englund, and I will be the host for today's webcast. There are just a couple of things that I'd like to go over before we get started. All of the phone lines are on mute to prevent background noise from interfering with the webcast. So with that being said, if you wish to communicate with the presenters or myself, please use the Q&A box for all your questions. We will save your questions about the presentation for the end during our Q&A session. And then after the webcast, we will be providing the presentation and link to the recording of today's presentation. And first, I'd like to welcome our presenters for today. First speaking, we have the Senior Director of Business Development for Mobile at SAP, Marion Rittler. Marion has over 10 years of experience in the mobile industry. At SAP, she has been working closely with Syclo for the past 4 years, both from a partner perspective and now as part of the mobile business. She is responsible for driving the go-to-market for our key mobile applications, which includes Syclo for Maximo. And next speaking, we have the EVP of Syclo Marketing at SAP, Joe Granda. Joe has been in that role for the past 6 years, where he has worked closely with many of our Maximo customers in that time. In his new role at SAP, he will continue marketing to the mobile enterprise asset management space, including serving the Maximo market. And now, without further ado, I would like to turn it over to Marion. Marion, take it away.
Thank you, Melody, and thank you everyone for joining this call today. Taking a quick look here at our agenda, I'll give you a quick overview of SAP and mobile and how important mobile is for SAP, and then following that up with an overview of the IBM and SAP relationship. Joe Granda from Syclo will cover the plans, and then we'll leave some time for question and answer. So for SAP mobile, mobile really is one of the 3 key growth pillars. Since the acquisition of Sybase, which occurred almost 3 years ago, we have doubled our mobile business every year, and we're on track to meet our goal of $1 billion in revenue by 2015. As you can see here, we've received a lot of recognition from various analysts for our mobile application platform and also our mobile device management solution. Our mobile business is very important to SAP, and we're committed to investment and growth in mobile. SAP really has an end-to-end mobile solution that is tried and tested. We have well over 1,000 customers have purchased our mobile products this year alone to date, and we have close to 3,000 customers live on our mobile products. Now, this end-to-end capability is system agnostic, and that really means we support a variety of non-SAP backends, including IBM. Our current end-to-end solution supports all popular devices, iOS, Android, Windows, RIM, iPad. We have a robust platform, which is the SAP mobile platform, and hundreds of applications from SAP and our partners. We cover the lines of business and industry solutions, such as what the Syclo product line offers, but we also have B2C, business-to-consumer solutions, that allow our customers to engage directly with their end users. For example, in the utility space, our mobile solutions allow our utility customers to communicate with their end users for things like outage notification, power conservation tips, move in and move out, and to manage the accounts. We also have the business-to-consumer solution for consumer products and retail, where our mobile applications provide loyalty management, couponing in real time. In addition, we of course have the mobile device management solution and mobile analytic applications, and HANA, which is our database technology. Wanted to give you an overview of this just to show the breadth and the completeness of the SAP mobile solution. So, taking a look at the SAP and IBM partnership, it really has been a very strategic partnership at the highest level within SAP. We have a long-standing and strong relationship across many parts of our business with IBM, and the two companies really are aligned and in contact at the highest levels, and this relationship is very, very important to us. The team, the mobile team at IBM and SAP, are very much aligned. We actually have very similar structures in how we manage mobile, both on a global basis and then with regional teams that have a mobility focus. The Maximo product line is very strategic for both IBM and SAP. We are system or back-end agnostic, and we've talked about before how our end-to-end solution is back-end agnostic. This really is an important pillar of our mobile application strategy. Now, as far as SAP and IBM has been working very closely to support IBM deals, and as SAP, we encourage you to continue to buy the Syclo Maximo products through IBM. The IBM sales team has SAP support in the field and for the product and on a global and a regional basis. So really with SAP, we'd like to really talk to you about, we deliver more for you. We're a very large company. We've got very large and global company. We've got a dedicated and growing mobile development team that is leveraging the Syclo resources as well as SAP development and hiring in new resources to continue to grow that team. We have a focus on expanding the overall support for the product by leveraging our ecosystems on the implementation side and overall partner network. We've got a user experience team, lots of industry solutions, developers and Q&A, and of course SAP support and maintenance. So really with with SAP and Syclo together, the IBM customers would get more features in the product, more features, products and device coverage, faster releases with better quality, and more support services. So what I'd like to do now is really hand this over to Joe Granda, who's been with Syclo for many years, and he'll be able to give you more detail on how we're going to continue to improve the Maximo solution for you. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Marion. What I'd like to do is just kind of tell you a little bit more about what we're doing here at Syclo, which is really SAP. But feel free. There's an open forum for plenty of questions here. We've gotten a few already, but feel free to ask away while I talk here. So the first thing I wanted to do before I kick into what are our product plans and roadmaps and all that fun stuff, I want to bring it back to the business value. Why are people doing mobility in this space? And for many of you that have been longtime customers, you already know this, and in the Maximo community as well as the TRIRIGA community, we're some of the early adopters in mobility, really using it in force. But just to bring it back, I mean, it really comes down to process improvements by leveraging mobility. What you're able to do is streamline your workflow, streamline the steps that you need to take. We've seen many of our customers take it down from 12, 13 steps to deal with the work order and take it down to 4 or 5. And all of that means that your team is more efficient and more productive, but also the data that you have. You've got data in your hand, but you're capturing it at the point of performance. You are getting it in more accurately. You don't have to worry about trying to read someone's handwriting, but also at the same time, it's timely data that's coming back. And all of that, what that does is it results from a business perspective and being able to make better decisions because the information there is coming back to your management team, as well as having the information in front of the workers themselves. And because of that, your customers are going to be happier. You're going to have delighted customers because the service, whether it's internal or external, is better. Your carrying cost for inventory goes down. Your overhead and operating costs go down. And the best of all, with all of these cost benefits, if you've got any kind of regulatory issues and so forth, compliance will be taken care of as well. So one thing I also want to bring back is the long history that we've had with IBM, with the Maximo and the TRIRIGA products. We've been working with the Maximo solution for, I can't believe it, over a dozen years now. And we've done it with the MRO team. and then after IBM acquired MRO with IBM, and we've been selling that solution for Maximo for quite some time. There's a suite of products for Maximo, but you know what? The TRIRIGA community as well, which is now also part of IBM, they have been working. We've been working with TRIRIGA for the last 10 years. So for us, it's a very important community. As I said before, you've adopted mobility first. Remember, the one thing to remember is that Syclo has more deployments than anyone else in this space. We've got over 400 Maximo users, for instance, that customers, companies that use our solution. So we really, it's an important space for us, not just before, but going forward, because it's a large base, and we hope to continue to serve you. And one of the things, just the names look familiar because the names haven't changed. We've made a corporate decision to continue with the product brand names the way they are. So Smart Work Manager for Maximo to help manage your assets, your work orders. We've got continue to use Smart Inventory Manager for Maximo for basically material management. Smart Auditor. And then finally, Work Manager for IBM TRIRIGA. All of these products, will continue to develop and deliver to our customers. And one of the key here is Smart Work Manager. We've got support here, support for it. Really, we've got some customers using it on 4.0, on Maximo 4.0, but all of our new products are serving Maximo 6.2, 7.1, 7.5. So if you're looking for the latest functionality, that's what the support is for those products. We see quite a bit of demand out there. The IBM Maximo 7.5 seems to be a very popular upgrade, and we continue to do a lot of upgrades for our existing customer base to go to 7.5. It's a great product. Okay, so I also wanted to share with you some of the things that we can do that we never could do before. We've got greater breadth, as Marion pointed out, with the types of mobile applications. SAP also has business objects, and so we're able to bring to bear the mobile BI solution. So as we talked about being able to make better decisions, we've got mobile applications that are out there as well to get that data in the hands of the decision makers, the management team, with the mobile BI solution. This one, I think, is a great solution, the SAP Visual Enterprise Viewer. This is going to be an add-on or integrated into our Smart Work Manager for Maximo. That is something that won't be available in 2013, that integration. And this one's very cool. So as I talked about before, SAP, or Marion talked about SAP, really end-to-end solutions. Well, you know what? They've bought some of the best in the business. They bought us. Of course, we think Syclo is a great solution, but they also bought a company called Right Hemisphere. And so bring the best together for a complete solution. What this allows us to do is not just look at schematics within Work Manager, but see them in 3 dimensions, interactively move things around, look at the parts themselves, look at the instructions as to how to do the assemblies and so forth. Very, very exciting, and you'll see that early next year as well. We also have been working very hard and continue to improve the Maximo and TRIRIGA solutions, and the focus we've had is around making sure that we work with all the different devices that are out there. We want to make sure that the user experience is improved, and SAP is definitely helping on that front. And finally, making sure that we address your needs from an industry perspective. So the first piece here, apps for Windows. So we, and as many of you are probably using our solutions on Windows-based products. A lot of the rugged devices are available on Windows devices. The handhelds, we provide the solution for all of the products with Windows Mobile, and many of our products also have it for the laptop. Notice that Windows 8 was just launched just at the end of last month. We will have that. It's in development right now. It's going through QA right now, so we'll have that available shortly as well. On the iOS front, you'll see that Work Manager for Maximo, Rounds, and the TRIRIGA Work Manager solution, they're all available on the iPhone, and we're working to get that available for the other ones on the iPhone as well as on the iPads. And on the Android front, we've gotten the Work Manager for Maximo. It's available today on the iPhone, and we'll again be migrating all of those onto both the iPhone and the phones for Android as well as Android tablets. We're working on having those available shortly as well. So that's continued efforts, and we're making sure that, again, as our platform gets upgraded with all these great functionality for all the different devices, that our products follow suit and have that support as well. On the user experience front, we have been putting a lot of energy around that. Syclo has always been big on making sure the functionality is excellent, but we recognize that the user experience is critical for people's success as well. What you see here is an example of Smart Work Manager on the iPhone, and you can see the look is much cleaner. It's distinctive to the iPhone, so it's native to the iPhone. But at the same time, you'll see more of the same for the Android devices as well as for the tablets. Okay. And one of the things that we haven't pushed as quickly is because of for rugged devices are typically on Windows, but you're seeing Motorola has a really great new tablet, and at the same time, Panasonic has the tough pads as well. So look for that, the tablet form of our products to be out there for those. Finally, the industry solution piece. We really, for those of you that haven't seen how we've updated our architecture, what we've done in the last year has really made the system built on a core. So Work Manager, Inventory Manager, there's a core to the application, and rather than load it and bloat it with everything on it, what we've done is we've built components, or taken the components, so that if you need GIS or you need calibrations, those are essentially independent pieces that you can add to the product itself. It doesn't cost you any extra, but what you're able to do is get the things that you need specific to your industry. So we find in the utility space, for instance, that the GIS element is quite important in crew management. In the life sciences space, we get requests for calibrations more often. So we're able to tailor solutions for everyone's specific needs. And then the last little wrap-up here is, again, I want to reiterate that IBM and SAP, we're going to continue to serve you. I'm excited. We're all excited here at SAP and Syclo, but I think I'm excited for you for what you're going to be able to get. With us, we're going to be able to deliver more for you, more timely, more breadth, and at the same time, you're going to be able to continue to buy your products directly through IBM. At the end of the day, when you call us up, we're going to make sure whether you call us or IBM, we will make sure that we'll work with you to help you build a plan for your needs for mobilizing Maximo, and we'll do that jointly to help you out. With that, what I'd like to do is open the floor for some of your questions. And so let's get Marion's phone unmuted here, and at the same time let's see if we can answer some of the questions here. So the first question here is, can you specify on when Inventory Manager Auditor will have iOS support? We've put a lot of energy as part of the acquisition on recertifying the products. SAP, what they've done is what they have is a standard process. It's called ATS, and again, it's a good thing because what we're doing is taking the QA to a level that we've always done great QA, but I think that the German standards that we're bringing in are going to make this even better. So we have just completed that for the Maximo products. My presumption for the iOS support for those two products will be in the first half of 2013. I don't have any specific dates, but that'll happen fairly soon because it's a high priority. The iOS platform is. Okay, let's see here. Does the GIS component leverage Maximo's spatial product, or is it a separate GIS deployment and integration? So basically what we do is we tie in the GIS, and what'll happen is we tie in with depending whether it's Esri or MapFrame, and I'm assuming the Maximo spatial product data. I don't know the exact details, but my assumption is that the data fields that you have in that space will integrate with that. But the point being is what we're able to do is with the GIS functionality, there's various different things that people do with it. The standard stuff is the turn-by-turn directions, but more importantly is what we do is we tie in so that if you're in Maximo and you pull up a work order, you've got the where it is on the map, but also you can pull up a map, the GIS map, and have that data that's stored in Maximo, so that it will tie in right onto the map. You'll see little flags right on the map of where your work orders are. So the two are integrated. I can see if I can get more details on that for you on that particular question, Pete. Let's see here. The questions are starting to fly in here, so I apologize if I don't. So I want to make sure that Marion's got a few questions here. So one of the questions here, what's the question there?
Marion, we've been getting kind of the same question, different variations. So can you kind of go into the reasons why SAP acquired Syclo?
Yeah, absolutely. So, at SAP and in mobile, we're really focused on best-in-class mobile solutions. And with Syclo, it was clear that they're a clear leader in the mobile enterprise asset management space, and that was clear to us when we brought them on as a partner, SAP partner. And as we worked closely together, we heard directly from our customers just how good these solutions are. It's a very strong partnership and very good cultural fit. So at the end, we really acquired Syclo for the people, for the expertise, the technology, the applications, and those applications, of course, include the Maximo solution, which fit very well into our our mobile strategy, which is to be back-end agnostic.
All right, thank you, Marion.
We have another question in here, and this one's for Joe about the component slide that he showed. And the question is about if the components listed on that slide are standard.
Yes. So the rounds and calibrations are standard pieces that go into the Maximo product. But what we've done is we've built a library of components. So what we have is it is a service project to put in those specific components, but there's no extra licensing fees that are associated with it. Essentially, at the end of the day, what we're able to do is leverage what people have done for all of our other customers. So it's reuse of components, and so we've got 30 different. 32, I think, is the number, but let's just say over 30 components that are available that beyond the, so to speak, standard productized ones that are available that don't take very long relative to a custom set of requirements. And there was another one here. This one here I think is a good one. It's the change of pace one here. Does Syclo have mobile work management product for SAP plant maintenance? If not, are there plans for one? So one of the things that Marion pointed out is that we're agnostic. So we're going to continue to support the Maximo customers. So if you're a Maximo customer, we want to continue to support you there. We do have a solution for SAP plant maintenance. And so we work with that. We work with TRIRIGA. We have Oracle solutions. The fortunate thing is a lot of what's there is very similar. The integration is different, and so we've got the capability to integrate with all these different systems. But again, we're talking about Maximo. So if you've got a Maximo solution, we want to, it is best of breed, and we'll continue to support that solution as well. Okay. Here's an interesting one. What is the business model with Syclo hardware? The devices leveraged from Syclo or just the application? So let me kind of turn this on its side here a little bit. Our business model is, and SAP's business model is we develop software, right? So what we have are applications that you can buy, and then we tie in with the different types of hardware. We've built a platform, and you'll see the SAP mobile platform is actually an integration of, or a unification of the SAP technology as well as the Syclo agentry technology. They're being unified as we speak. So in the first quarter, you'll see the two merge together, and part of that technology that Syclo brings to the table is that you can work on any different type of device, but we're not selling the devices. We're just same way we're agnostic with back ends, we're agnostic with devices as well. Okay. Real quick one here. Joe asked the questions. Didn't see any mention of geographic or Google Earth or geospatial capabilities related to maintenance activities. Is that a capability that exists today? And I kind of hit on it a little bit. That's GIS. So we tie in with a number of different systems. So you'll see. When we respond to people, I think GIS seems to be a popular topic. Can you send a link to the GIS video? You can kind of see. A mini demo, so to speak, of what you see. You'll literally see a map, a GIS map, with, like I said, with flags on it, and then you click on the flag and you go right into the work order itself. Okay? We're getting lots of questions. We're not going to be able to answer all of these questions. So let's see. What is this one here, Marion? I can answer it, or you can answer it. You tell me what you would like. This is the roadmap question. What is the roadmap for Syclo integration with Sybase delivery portfolio? Do you want to answer that, or do you want me to answer that? I'll answer that.
I'll let you answer that. Go ahead. Sorry, I was on mute.
I'll keep this one brief, but the kind of what I was alluding to earlier, we are unifying our platform. So the Sybase Unwired platform and agentry are getting unified. We're actually unifying it also with the consumer platform, the Mobilizer as well. But the three of those platforms are coming together. So in the immediate term, what you'll see is the runtime and the administration will be unified in our first generation. You'll be able to continue to run Syclo applications as they are, as well as the Sybase applications on this new unified platform. And over time, what we'll be doing is unifying the design tools as well in 2013. So, but people will be able to continue to run their Syclo applications as they normally would on the new unified platform, and the upgrade will be one that will be seamless to the user as well. Essentially, you'll continue to leverage the agentry core and that metadata that you're accustomed to with the Syclo products will actually continue to exist within this new unified platform, and we'll be taking advantage of those capabilities that Syclo brings to the table, and at the same time, the Sybase piece will be able to take advantage of some of the coding capabilities that come with that, the flexibility. But you're getting the best of both worlds with the two being unified.
Right, Joe. Let me just jump in here quickly on that note. Is what's important is that there's with the integration, there's one platform and really all that supports all of the applications, all of our applications, whether or not they're B2B or B2C applications, and that all of our customers are really getting more right through that integration, and more functionality, more capability, and we're doing that in a seamless, rolling that out in a seamless way in 2013.
Perfect. She said it better than I did. I've just been looking at too many of these roadmap documents.
I just wanted to support you here. Yeah, you're getting all the questions.
And that's the key is it is one platform. That's the beauty of it.
Right, it is. I mean, that's very important. It's one platform, and we're going to support all of our solutions, and very importantly, we will, of course, continue to support the Maximo solution. Critical part of that.
Right. We can't lose sight of that. We're probably going to have to end it with two more questions because I'm very happy to see that it's been lots of questions. But let's see here. A certification question. So the question here is the certification process, will it change? At this point, we're going to continue doing what we're doing today. At the end of the day, each device manufacturer is going to be a little bit different. We typically recommend the Motorola's, the Intermex, the Panasonics of the world because they're more mainstream, or more people using those. It's easier for us to make a business decision to certify those as soon as they come in. And as partners, both SAP and Syclo are partners with those companies. Samsung also. So we get to see the devices before they're actually released. Cisco does the same with us. So there's a number of vendors, devices, but what we want to do is if you do come to us with a device that has, say, an RFID reader, we want to validate that and certify that. So we'll continue to use the same process that we use today. Okay, so are there any questions that you want to grab, Marion? Because I've been kind of just cherry picking them. Are there any that you want to grab that I haven't? There's a handful that we haven't answered yet.
I'm just looking through this here right now. Let me see.
There's a lot of questions.
One of the questions that I'm seeing is, will there be continued support for Syclo Maximo partners? And, if there's a couple questions in regard to that. And, one of the things that we're looking at really is, how do we offer the SAP Partnership Program to all of the Syclo partners, or most of them, and that's really going to be our way to continue the relationship, and we're working through that right now. So, the answer really is yes. There is continued support for Syclo Maximo partners, and we're going to be incorporating them into the SAP Partnership Program, which is Partner Edge.
Okay, thanks, Marion. That's all the time that we have today for the Q&A. We did get in a lot of questions towards the end, so if we didn't get to your question right now, we'll have someone follow up with you. Again, thank you so much for attending and for engaging in the webcast, and thank you, Marion, as well for joining. For those who joined late, we will be distributing the link to the recording, so you will be able to listen to this as well. And if you have any questions later, feel free to follow up with Joe and Marion. And hope you enjoyed our webcast today. Thanks for joining. Take care.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.